welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And CD, you look at our quarterback matchup in this ball game, that's where the focus naturally gravitates. And I think we have a fairly interesting one here. Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs, Teddy Bridgewater of the Broncos.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possession. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for KC. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding Tyreek Hill, and the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. They're the favorite, no question, and when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down, Gordon once more. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Bridgewater now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And bulldozing his way through. And all the way down to the 37. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 41 yards. And when we talk about yards after the catch, you think about speedy little receivers. But Travis Kelsey was 3rd in the NFL in 2020 in that category.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Looked the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 37 yards. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Butker now to add the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
So that'll back them up 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Nothing the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Melvin Ingram with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation, and they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Time now for Patrick Mahomes as we put him in our players spotlight. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. That catch good for only a couple. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And this is going to be another 1st down as he'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. A quick slant to Hill. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
We're going to work.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. We'll see Kelsey in the slot to the left. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. So we've reached, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through this second half as we are back underway in Denver. Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing just about on his own goal line. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mahomes now on first down. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 40-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
56, Mike, 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 23. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that run wasn't just for a first down. That was for some confidence. They've had a tough day moving the ball on the ground this entire game. I think after that one, they'll feel a little bit better about themselves, and now they've got more downs to try and get it done.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Partner, I think a little bit of surprise was registered around the league when Clyde Edwards-Helaire went in the first round to Kansas City. Not because people didn't think he was a good player, but many other running backs were ranked ahead of him. But he absolutely fits what they do in Kansas City. Compact, takes...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Butker on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. The quick slant caught. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over it. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
No, possession's on.
So that one overturned. They say the knee, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
We got this.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Five yards remain on second down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
I'm here all day.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Bridgewater on first down. And his pass incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Number 53.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14.
This game is certainly pretty well over. They go and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
53's the mic. 53.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by McManus is good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
And now here comes Kansas City. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Yellow, 180.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Let's go.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game.